And so his artwork. Go, Jody. We love you, right, John? All right, Jody, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, everybody. Jody, poetic out.
Down with the kings. Down, down, down with the kings. K-I-N-G. Down with the kings. Down, down, down with the kings. Dear black man, have you forgotten when you was King Akhenaten, sitting along the riverbanks of the Nile, plotting your scheme of things, your kingdom, your dream and things. By your side was your Queen Nefertiti. Lower southern region was your Bathsheba. Have you forgotten when you was King Akhenaten, plotting? Yes, I remember when I was a king. I remember when I was told to do my thing. When I first heard the beatboxing, I knew that I felt that sting of an interest. Wanting to do something different, wanting to step outside the box, wanting to be bigger than king of the block, knowing that it was deeper and bigger than Michael Jackson's Thriller, but I knew off the top that I didn't want to be like the local drug dealer. That's a different type of king, a different kind of thing. I wanted to be part of this New Jack Swing over here that was going, with the cardboard boxes and my shell-toe Adidas, my boom box, and everybody could see us with our gold chains and our gazelles. We knew that on Friday nights at Joe's Fun Hut, it wasn't hard to tell. There was a house party going down, the DJ and 2 turntables with records, knowing that we were about to throw down. And my biggest fear, my biggest challenge of the week was knowing that Kima was gonna be there. And I had an extra pack of nail laters, her favorite banana nail laters. So I was gonna ask her later if I could have a dance. And I know that I was gonna be the man, and I will rock my crown to the side knowing that I am a king. Finally, because I got to dance with Kima. And that was the thing. That was part of the New Jack Swing and the swag that we bring. So remember, dear black man, have you forgotten when you was King Akhenaten? From then, plotting, schemes, and the dreams of things, knowing that we are the descendants of kings and queens with strength beneath our wings. We are the slaves' wildest dreams, kings and queens. So whether you rock your crown to the side or straight, it doesn't matter. Remember, it's a crown. K-I-N-G, with a queen on your side so you can see. Remembering being a king. Dear black man, have you forgotten when you was King Akhenaten? I haven't. I still am.
Beautiful journey. Beautiful journey. You have tear with the 9 laters. Yeah. That's my favorite. And my favorite was Thriller.
My favorite
they
was
mix.
Yeah.
Mine was watermelon. They chewy.
Yes.
Can't be too hard, but can't be too
Just
soft.
warm enough.
Right.
I love banana. That's my favorite. It's my favorite.
No, not banana. Not banana.
Favorite. I am better.
Man, questions, comments, thoughts.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I already know the answer to this, but is that poem written down anywhere?
It is.
It is?
And it's actually, it's going to be on the next in the next chapbook and the next album, which is called Shine Language, Fluent, that'll be out in August. But yeah, it's written down.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so accustomed to you guys getting up and saying, nah, that was right off the dome. I just thought about that and it just came out my mouth. So I think that's phenomenal. So you have do you have other chapbooks and other albums?
I have a album out now called Field Trip, and the field is spelled F-E-E-L, Trip, which you and a couple of other people have a copy of, so thank you for your support.
I play it on my job all the time.
So I have that out, and then I have a chapbook out called Champion Word Sound Power, and then I'm working on Shine Language Fluent right now, which will be out. And then I'm also working on a tribute album to Zora Neale Hurston, who is my... I could go on a week about Zora. So that'll be coming out in January. Because she's a Capricorn just like me. So Capricorn. Yeah. So yeah, those are some of the things I want to do.
That's okay. So how do we follow you? How do we stay abreast of what you got going on? And then how do we get the chapbook and the album? How do we get all that?
Well, the album, I actually have copies for sale with me, and I'll be back here later tonight. I'm also set up as a visual artist over at the festival. You can find me on Instagram at Jody Electronica or on Facebook as Jody Harris, and that's pretty much either way, that way. Then as far as the record, you can go to Dave and Polly's Art Emporium. That's the name of the label that put the record out, based out of Dallas, Georgia. So that's their website. So you can get it from the website or through me.
Okay.
And it's also available at Starline Books here in Chattanooga.
Ah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Any other questions, comments, or thoughts?
Yes. Okay. I'm such a fan, Jody. Anyway, so like that poem conjured up, we talked about memories this morning in the workshop and what they look like, what they sound like, what they taste like, what they feel like. And I honestly knew what you were talking about, going to a co-ed party and knowing that particular person was gonna be there and knowing that you got the leverage to get the eye, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what you just encapsulated exactly what artists, what poets do. We can take memories, we can take sights and sounds, and we can combine them in such a way that invites others to take that journey with you. Thank you for letting me ride out. That's dope.
And a side note, that story, I did get to dance with King. So
Say that
it worked out?
That was back when we danced at dances, right? And it wasn't whatever this is going on that they do now. I don't know, but it's not dancing, and it mattered. You had to plot, like what you were saying. You really had to scheme that thing, like how am I going to get this girl away from her friends long enough, and I can't take none of her friends out for the whole week, but they're not going to let her dance. Like that's how we did it, you know, and it mattered. Yes.
The particular art piece that inspired the poetry that you shared, could you share a little bit with us about your art?
Okay, this is a series I did and working on, actually called Kings. And Kings stands for Conquering Innovative New Grounds. And the conquering is spelled with a K. King stands for Conquering Innovative New Grounds, which we are doing in various ways, multiple ways. And I have so much inspiration that comes directly and indirectly from so many sources. Damon, he don't know it. He's inspired. He's a fellow musician, artist, conquering, innovating new ground with his ministry of art, music, poetry. Christian Collier, who was mentioned earlier, is like a big mentor, a big influence, you know, conquering, innovating new ground with his poetry, you know, his creative ministry and his workshops with the kids, the community. Let me think of some other people. Rondell, everybody know Rondell Cryer. So yeah, and all of these people do it with their style, their own swag, their own vernacular, their own aura, you know, and it's still just as effective, whether it's, you know, like I said, Christian, me, Demond, Rondell, Josiah, Caleb, you know, I can go on, you know, of different kings that are conquering, innovating new grounds, you know, with their art, their ministry, their form of expression. So this series, I want to do it in that way and illustrate that. And then the past couple of years in art, if you notice, the crown has been prevalent. It was prevalent in the 80s with Jean-Michel Basquiat, Andy Warhol, Keith Haring, Ramillies, Dundee White were using a lot of crowns. So it's like a resurgence here lately of people using crowns in art. And I didn't want to follow that trend, but I did want to use crowns in this way. So I'm about to tell my age, but back in the day when my mom didn't want us to go to McDonald's, she was like, oh, I'm gonna take you out to Burger King and get y'all a Burger King meal. And we like, that ain't a Happy Meal.
Right.
But if you remember back in the 80s, it came with a little crown. So once we got that, we was like, this ain't a Happy Meal, but we are. You know, so that's the memory I had, and me and my brother were like, yeah, we the Burger Kings, you know. So that's that thing, you know, that we rock our crown, you know, and like I said, we express ourselves in different kind of ways. Like I said, you know, so that's what this series is based on, and that's what the art is related to. And then the poem is just remembering that I'm a kid, remembering I'm conquering, innovating new ground. So that's how it correlates.
Thank you so very much. Any other questions, comments about? Well, thank you so much. I'm going to end with one piece. So I always have to, I'm a writer. Like, I have to write it. I can't trust my mind to remember it either. But I really like the piece where you said, I want to be higher than the kings on the block. And I thought about that, and then now that I know what your king stands for, that's what you're striving to be, because just the block is just something kind of stationary, you know, it doesn't move, it doesn't grow, and technically we don't own it, you know, and so, but where we're going with new grounds, we can own that, you know, and our brothers can own that, and we can help support the growth of that. So I really appreciate that, but that line right there stuck. So thank you.
All right. Okay, so there was a line that stuck out with me too. When you said that we are the slave's wildest dream.
I wrote that one down. So
Yeah.
that was my second one.
That said, a lot of it spoke to me, but that one, I wrote that one down. That stood out to me. That stood out to me, and that's so powerful. That is so powerful. It's so important for us to remember that when we think back to our heritage and where we came from. And yeah, so we were their hope. We were the thing that helped drive them to endure the things that they endured. And how dare we take this life for granted after all that they sacrificed to allow us to be here? What? Yeah.
We could go on. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
If anybody's been to the Schomburg in Harlem, the Schomburg Center for Research, in the middle of it is where Langston Hughes is buried, in the middle of the Schomburg. And then in the surrounding rooms, like, they have different quotes from people from the Harlem Renaissance, like Langston Hughes, Elizabeth Catman, Claude McKay, all these different kind of people. And one of the quotes on there from Selma Burke is something similar to that. She was saying when she started out doing sculpting, and she was hanging out with Cab Calloway and these people at the Cotton Club, and she was like, her ancestors somewhere, you know, she hoped they're smiling, looking at their progress. And I was like, I started crying, because I was like, man, like, this is Selma Burke, Cab Calloway, Harlem Renaissance type people thinking this, and thinking that about us now. So we, you know, they were their wildest dreams. Now we're their wildest dreams, and we, you know, so we want somebody, you know, so that's one of my favorite lines too, you know, as far as that. So.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Thank you so very much. Let's give them one more time. Thank you for singing.